Hello everyone, this is Kevin, the Autograph Hound, and time for me to share my first success of 2017. It is Justin Hurwitz, the two-time Academy Award-winning composer and songwriter for La La Land. Out of the 6 Academy Awards that La La Land took home, Best Picture not being one of them, as you probably are well aware, he won 2 of them for Best Score and Best Song. And shortly after the Oscars, I got this in the mail. And I kind of broke a rule. I know the channel is new, but I have some new rules, where if I get something from an autograph company, I want to open it in front of you guys to see if it was actually a success. But I got so excited, I opened it and I didn't think, and so I don't have that on camera. So from now on, whenever I get a reply back, we will open the package together to see if it's a success or not. But this was a success, and I was kind of surprised to get this, to be honest, because Justin is very busy at the moment, or at least he had been busy. La La Land was a front runner to win Best Picture. And it came close, I think. And it was supposed to have all of these all these people are out there doing their thing. It was expected to sweep. And Justin was out there doing his thing, playing the music, talking about it. And I didn't think he would have time to be signing anything. But apparently he was. And as always, I will share the address at the end of the video where this was a success. Now, here's the thing with composers. It's a little bit difficult to get a autograph from a composer because there's usually not too many pictures out there that you can buy to send them. They're just not as common because most stores will not carry 5x10s of composers. Most people don't even know what the composers look like. Here's the good news though. Composers, if you sign them an album cover, while I don't normally recommend this under most circumstances, they will normally sign it. But I think there's a trick to this one, and you might want to keep it in mind. First of all, if you have it on vinyl, one of the La La Land soundtracks, I would not send the vinyl. First of all, the forward shipping and the return shipping is going to cost way more than what's usually worth. If you just send the booklet for La La Land, the CD, it's going to cost you $2 to have the self-addressed return envelope on it, and we want to keep the costs a little cheap if we can. Secondly, I would send him this and not this. Now, you might be asking why this is the case. Well, here's the thing. While he does indeed compose for both these soundtracks, there is a difference. This is the soundtrack, was the songs and part of the score. This is just the score. Now, keep in mind, composers for movies, they do get paid an upfront fee, but they do collect some royalties for the movie afterwards. And as such, they do collect royalties on CD and digital download sales after the fact. Now, if you're buying these digitally, obviously you can't get them signed, so that defeats the purpose. So stay away from digital if you want to get into the autograph collecting business. But here's the thing. This he solely wrote himself, which means he collects the royalties for all the sales on this one. A sale for this is a partial royalty sale. And I'm not saying that he wouldn't sign this. I'm not saying that at all. But he will be far more impressed if you send this, because this is going to sell far fewer copies. Pretty much because, well, let me ask you this. If you were going to buy one of these, had to pick one, which one would you pick? The one with the songs and part of the score, or just the score? Yep. That's pretty much what I thought. You'd want the one with the songs. And obviously, I got the one with the song, so I didn't care too much. But I acknowledge that the score had its own things that were very charming about it, so I picked up the score. And I made a calculated decision to send the booklet of the score, because it has just his name on it. It's his whole thing. He will collect all the royalties from it, and I thought that he would be more likely to sign it. I'm not saying that's why he signed it. I'm just saying it might be a little bit of an advantage. Also, you have to keep in mind that when they see these booklets, composers feel very happy. Composers will collect their fee, and then they'll collect some royalties, but they're not expected to make a lot of royalties from music sales. It's a little bit hard to sell a background score these days. I don't know why, but it's so hard, in fact, that most of the time, if a movie soundtrack is just the score, they won't even release the physical CD of it. Like when Up came out, everyone commented what a great score it was. It was not released on CD until well over a year later. Michael Giamacco wrote this beautiful score. It was not on a physical CD. Only after it had won the Academy Award for Best Score did we see it on CD. That's just the nature of the business. And so not only are you helping keep the tradition of releasing scores alive when you buy a pure score CD, but the composer will be much more likely to sign it. Now, the thing about a composer score, if you want to get an autograph from them, is that you have to kind of be aware of their schedule. Find out what movies they have been contracted to score and at what point in production are they at, because it's usually the last thing to be placed on the movie. So if you see that they are scoring this movie, but they've just started filming it, write in, send your CD cover with the self-addressed stamped envelope, and hope that it gets to them before they start scoring it. If you see that they're in the middle of production, and by the time you send it out, he might have started scoring, you might want to wait a couple of weeks, who knows. This is really cool, especially because since he won 2 Academy Awards for this, that means this means a lot more to me. That it just does. I'm sure he will write fine music in the future, and I look forward to hearing whatever scores he has to do. But since he won the awards for these, the Oscars, the Golden Globes, and all that, I'm glad that he signed this. Maybe I would have preferred him to sign this because, again, this also has his Academy Award-winning song City of Stars on it. But I made a calculated decision. It worked out. And so now I'm telling you it worked, and I will share the address at the tail end of the video so that you can hopefully get one of these as well. And that's all I've got to share about this. Justin Hurwitz, Success, La La Land, 2-time Academy Award winner. Anyway, what do you folks think? Do you have any signed CDs from Hurwitz? Do you want one? I would like to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly and stay tuned for more autograph hunting hits.